The U.S. Supreme Court heard arguments today in a major case focused on parental rights and public school. In 2022, the county school board adopted a new language arts curriculum that included books featuring LGBTQ characters. Some parents asked for their children to be opted out from the curriculum because the books conflicted with their religious beliefs. The board stopped allowing opt-outs the next year, arguing they were unmanageable and undermined their obligation to foster inclusive environments.
In a 6-3 decision, the Supreme Court ultimately desided with the parents, saying that the school district violated the parents' First Amendment rights to expression of religion by not providing an opt-out. This sets a precedent. School districts must offer a way for parents to withdraw their children from lessons that directly conflict with their faith. The problem here is I agree with the idea that schools absolutely have a responsibility to teach inclusivity. That's part of preparing kids for the real world. But the language arts department is not where that should be happening. Language arts should be teaching kids reading, writing, and comprehension, not being a battleground for current social issues. If inclusivity lessons are needed, they belong in the social studies department, where the focus is on history, culture, and civic life. The reason why this matters is, according to the National Assessment of Educational Progress, back in 2019, only 37% of 12th graders were proficient in reading. That means 63%, or nearly 2/3 of graduates, were at or below the basic level. If students are struggling to read at grade level, language arts needs to focus on literacy first. Parents absolutely have a responsibility to their children when it comes to education. They need to ensure that education is not becoming indoctrination. And yes, they have the right to opt out due to religious beliefs. I kind of disagree with the Supreme Court because there's a way for religious parents to opt out of the public school system, and that's to opt them out of the school entirely. Send them to private school, religious school, or homeschool them. The parents could also run for the school board to change the policy from within. I don't believe that they have the authority, or should even be given the authority, to disrupt the school each and every time they disagree with a lesson plan. But that's me as a parent. What do you think? This ruling is going to draw a line between the parental authority and the public school mission. The big question now is whether this will lead to a flood of opt-out requests on all sorts of issues. Or will this actually be the refocusing of schools to get back to focusing on their core job, making sure kids can read, write, do math, think critically before they graduate and take out a big student loan so that they can get a job? This is the part of the education reform I talked about in another video.